Hi friends, welcome back to Arc Tutorials. This is Node.js full tutorial series for absolute beginners. In the last episode we started learning about the built-in modules. We covered the HTTP module and we covered the file system FS module. Today we are going to learn about the path module. Oftentimes when you're working on any serious application, right, you would require to work with the path system of getting a certain thing and manipulating it, or joining some folder names, especially when you're doing image saving or file saving, etc. So path is an inbuilt module which Node.js provides. We are going to learn and do lots of coding today with use cases. Without wasting time, let's get started. This is 7.3, which means we are still learning about built-in modules and exploring all the top 12 built-in modules. Please do like these videos. I'm covering 50 plus tutorials as part of this series to help you become a champion and expert on Node.js. Alright, so today we are learning about the path module. Now path is helpful for handling and transforming file paths, provides utilities for working with directories and file paths such as joining path, getting file extensions, and much more. So that's the overview. Now let's get down to business of writing code. Alright, I am in my Node.js tutorial folder. I'm going to create a new file here, built-in module path.js. Alright, so first things first, the first thing you need to do is import obviously the path from Node.js. So you'll write require, and here you're going to say path from Node.js, right? So once you have it, let's say first use case I'm showing you is to join join two paths, right? Let's say you will have something that you want to combine. So let's say you'll have some base path and you can give it something like slash home slash multimedia. Okay, and when user uploads a certain image, you want it to go to into their respective directory, right? Say let's say user ID, whatever the user ID, slash documents, right? And now what you can do is you can combine them using the path module, and you can say path dot join base path comma subpath. So what this will do is combine it for you and provide you a full path. Okay, now if you run this, say node built-in module path.js, so you can see at the output it will show slash home multimedia user documents, right? Now usually you might think this is a string, I can just do a string, concatenation, that's also fine, but here we are talking about file system, right? So these values will come dynamically, and based on certain path condition at your directory or your system level, you would do that manipulation. Now second is getting the base path, right? Now let's say you have something like you just need a file name, right? So let me show you that use case also. Use case number 2 is get file name. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll define a const and say file path. Let's say you have a complete file path which represents something like slash home slash user slash documents slash say file.txt, say some file extension or some file name that you got there. Now what you can do is you can extract const file name equal to, now you can say path dot base name and file path. So here you're using the method base name, right? Now what you will get out of this is just the file.txt. So if I run this now you can see in the console we got file.txt. Let me clear this for you, and you can see here this is file.txt, which is extracting only this one, right? So that's another use case that you can do when you're especially working with file systems. I'll do one more use case for you, which is getting the directory name, right? Directory name. Now these are especially helpful when you're doing server side kind of a stuff, especially like I said, anything to do with operating system level, you can basically use this module. Very helpful. Alright, so let's define a file path and say slash home slash user document slash file.txt. Let's say you have one file path 2. Now you want to get the directory, so you can extract it. Directory name equal to, you can say path dot. Now here you will write dir name. Earlier we used base name which would extract it. Now I'm writing dir name, that would give me the directory name. Okay, so clear the console, run it again, and you can see it will extract slash home slash user slash documents. So if you want the file name, you can use base name, that's what this would return. If you want to extract the path of directory level, you can do the dir name, which is directory name. Okay, one more last example for you. Again, these are something that we will use once we start building a real project, but this is just to show um, how things work here. Alright, so now let's say um, if you want to compare something, right? Let's say resolving path, right? That's another thing that's very useful use case that I have come across in while working. Resolving path to, right? This is another use case I'm showing you. So let's say I have a relative path equal to, and I'll say documents slash say file.txt. Now what I'll do a absolute path for it, and here I'm going to say path.resolve. Okay, that's the name I will use. It will take two parameters. One would be the base path and the other would be the relative path, basically base path comma relative path. And now when you do a console log of this absolute path, so you can see here it would show home slash multimedia slash document slash file text. Okay, so it's basically taking this base path that we created and it is extracting it for us. Okay, base path is home slash multimedia, and then it will take the relative path which is document slash file path. Right, now let's say if I have multimedia already here. Okay, so it would append and give you the final output. Okay, so basically again you are resolving path to get an absolute path, so basically you're joining it again. That's pretty much the path module would do for you. Anything to do with directory, can create a check, get the file name, get the directory extension. You can do a get directory name, get file name, join two paths. That's almost everything that this particular module would do for us. Okay, so practice it and let me know if you have any queries or doubts. I'll be more than happy to help you. In the next episode we will learn about the URL module. Again, all of these modules are may look small individually, but when you start working on real-time projects, this is what you will be doing there. So that being said, thank you so much for joining in this episode. I hope you are enjoying this series. Please do show me some love, hit that like button and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.